Hello, my dear friends. Today, this video is about NCERT syllabus, Class 9 Mathematics, first chapter, Real Numbers. What is real numbers? In your previous classes, you already studied about different number sets. Today, we will discuss about number systems, irrational numbers, and how we can represent an irrational number in a number line. So first, number systems. You already studied about different number sets. Natural numbers, whole numbers, rational numbers, etc. Integers, etc. So, what is natural number? Natural numbers means numbers starting from 1, then 1, 2, 3, etc. Or counting numbers. Natural numbers is also known as counting numbers. And the next, whole numbers. What is whole numbers? Numbers starting from 0 or including 0 to the set of natural numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And the next set is integers. Integers means positive numbers are there, negative numbers are there, and 0. What about 0? Is it negative or positive? Yeah. 0 is neither positive nor negative. There is no sign for 0. So what is negative numbers? Value of numbers which is less than 0. Minus 1 or negative 1 is less than 0. Negative 2 is less than negative 1. Positive numbers means our set of natural numbers 1, 2, 3, etc. Then rational numbers. What is rational numbers? Yeah, some examples are there. 1 by 2, 9 by 3, 7 by 8. All these are fractions, right? Fractions are known as rational numbers. But there is some decimal numbers are there. 0.5, 3.33, etc. So what is rational numbers? Our chapter is about real numbers. Real numbers means both rational and irrational. So first we are going to discuss about rational numbers. You already studied about rational numbers and its definition and all. What is the definition of a rational number? Yeah, numbers of the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. P is the numerator and Q denominator, and the denominator is not equal to 0. Now, by using decimal expansion, how we can explain a rational number? Definition is there. The decimal expansion of a rational number is either terminating or non-terminating recurring. Two important terms are there: terminating or non-terminating recurring. What is meant by terminating? And what is this non-terminating recurring? Terminating means decimal expansion ends after a finite number of steps. Example, 1 divided by 2. If you are dividing 1 by 2, what you will get? You cannot divide 1 by 2. So there you can use decimal point. If you are using decimal point, then you will get a reminder. So if you are dividing 1 by 2, the quotient or your answer is 0.5. And what about 7 divided by 8? 0.875. Take a paper and you can do it. Just try to do that. Divide 7 by 8. Zero 0.875. Now the remainder is 0. Right? Yes. What about 1 divided by 2? Here also, after this 0.5, the remainder is 0. So terminating means what? Decimal expansion ends after a finite number of steps. In this example, you can understand, after the 1 or 2 steps, the remainder becomes 0. In these two cases. So that type of decimal numbers are called terminating, which is a rational number. So how we can find out a decimal expansion or decimal number is rational or not? The first step you can check. If that decimal expansion ends there, then which is a terminating decimal expansion, which means which is a rational number. And the next, non-terminating recurring. What is meant by non-terminating recurring? Which means decimals are those which keep on continuing after decimal point. If you are dividing 1 divided by 3, you can go through an example. 1 divided by 3. Try to do it. What you will get? Your quotient is 0.3333, etc. The number after the decimal point is 3 and it continues. Keep going on. So that type of decimal expansions are called non-terminating recurring. So terminating means ending or end, and recurring means repeating. So in this example, 1 divided by 3, your answer is 0.333, and here the 3 is repeating. And we don't know where it ends. Such type of decimal expansions are called non-terminating recurring, which is also a rational number. So rational numbers are of two types. Now this example, we already discussed 1 divided by 3. You'll get 0.333, etc. Then what about 1 divided by 7? Divide 1 by 7. Your answer is 0.142857, 142857. Is it terminating? No, which is a non-terminating, which means there is no end. And check whether it is a repeating or not. Yeah, which is a repeating. Just listen to it. 0.142857. After that, the same block is repeating 142857. So, which is a non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. Then what about 14 divided by 11? If you divide 14 by 11, your quotient will be like this: 1.272727, etc. Here also this decimal expansion is non-terminating, which has no end, and which is a recurring, which means repeating. 27, that block 27 is repeating. So these are our examples for non-terminating or recurring decimal expansions. So here we discussed about two types of decimal expansions, means rational numbers. First one, terminating, which means after some finite steps it ends. Then the next condition or next is non-terminating recurring, which means it has no end and numbers repeating. Now, how we can express a decimal expansion to a P by Q form? I'll give one question. Decimal expansion 0.666, etc. Change it to a P by Q form. How we can? Yeah, you already studied some steps to convert it, right? The first step is consider a variable. Let x be the variable. So x is equal to 0.666, etc. Our given number 0.666, etc. So next step, you have to multiply that number or x by 10 or the multiples of 10. How you can find out which one you have to take, 10 or which multiple of 10, or why they took 10 here? Which means you have to understand one thing. After the decimal point, how many repeating numbers are there? Here 0.66, right? After the decimal point, there is only one number, 6, and that 6 is repeating. So after the decimal point, there is only one number. So you can take 10. Now write this. If suppose the number be 1.27, 1.272727, etc. So which is the number you have to take here to multiply? Is it 10? No. Why? Because in 1.27 after the decimal point, how many numbers are there? Repeating numbers. 2, 7, right? 2 numbers are there. 27 or 2, 7. That is repeating. So you can take 100. Now one more example. If 0.211, etc. Just noted 0.211, etc. Which is also a non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. After the decimal point, 3 numbers are there, repeating numbers. 211, that block is repeating. 211. So how many numbers are there? 3. So you have to multiply by 1000. I think that you all understand this. So we can go to our question. Let x be 0.666. Then consider this as first equation. Then you have to multiply this equation by 10. What you will get? 10x is equal to 0.6 into 10 means 6, right? That decimal point's position will change. If you are multiplying by 100, then what you will get? 66.66, right? So 10x is equal to 6.66, etc., which is equal to 6 plus 0.66. Why 6 plus 0.66? Our given number is 0.6. So we can separate this 6.66 as 6 plus 0.66. And what is this 0.66? That is x. So we can write it as 6 plus x. Consider this as the second equation. Then, now we can subtract equation 1 from equation 2. What is equation 1? X is equal to 0.666, etc. And equation 2, 10x is equal to 6 plus x. From this you can find the value, right? 10x minus x is equal to, variables to one side, 10x minus x is equal to 6. What is 10x minus x? 9x. 9x is equal to 6, then x is equal to 6 by 9. 6 by 9 means 2 by 3. So the p by q form of 0.66 is equal to 2 divided by 3. If you divide 2 by 3, then you will get this answer, 0.666, etc. So now we are going to irrational numbers. What is irrational numbers? What is rational numbers? Rational numbers means terminating or non-terminating recurring. Then what about irrational numbers? Irrational numbers means non-terminating, non-recurring. Terminating means end or ending. Recurring means repeating. So non-terminating or non-recurring means what? Decimal number that continues endlessly. with no group of digits repeating endlessly. Which means what? That decimal expansion, or after the decimal point, the numbers that continues endlessly. But there is no numbers or number groups or group of digits repeating endlessly. Some examples are there. Root 2. You already studied about square roots and all. Root 2, root 3, then pi. What is pi? Pi is related to circles. Then 0.10110, etc. And what is the value of root 2? Root 2 is equal to 1.414, etc. Root 3 is equal to 1.732, etc. And pi is equal to, what is the value of pi? Pi is equal to 3.141592, etc. So what is the specialities of these numbers or decimal expansions? Which continues endlessly, means which is non-terminating, and also non-recurring or non-repeating. There is no repeating blocks of numbers. Now we are going to a number line. What is a number line? What is a number line? Numbers on a line. Here, this is a number line. Which is the middle number? 0. Then towards right side, positive numbers are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And to the left side, -1, -2, -3, -4, etc. So which is in the order of their values, right? -3 is greater than -4, and -2 is greater than -3. -1 is greater than -2, and 0 is greater than -1. Then 1 is greater than 0. So which is in the order. And the distance between each numbers are same. All the numbers are in equal distance. They are arranged in an equal distance. Distance between 0 to 1 and 4 to 5 are equal. So arranging numbers in an order in equal distance are called number line. So now we are going to understand or study how to represent an irrational number on a number line. In this number line, you can understand natural numbers are there, whole numbers are there, negative numbers are there. Between this, you can find out rational numbers also. Midpoint of 0 and 1 is 0.5 or 1/2. So, you know that how to represent natural numbers, whole numbers, rational numbers in this number line. Now how we can represent root 2 in this number line? Value of root 2 is 1.414 etc. Not 1.4. More than 1.4 and less than 1.5. Right? What about root 3? Root 3 is equal to 1.732 etc. Not exact 1.7. Little bit more than 1.7, 1.732 etc. So how we can represent all these irrational numbers on a number line? I'll give one question. Represent root 6.3 on the number line. Not 6.3, square root of 6.3. How we can, if it is root 2, then we all know about the value of root 2. Root 2 is 1.414 etc. So we can just imagine between which numbers. Also about root 3. But what about root 6.3? Actually, we don't know the exact value of root 6. Then how we can find out root 6.3? Now we are going to the geometry part. Are you interested to draw? We are going to draw by using scale, compass. Before that, some steps are there to mark a root number on a number line. The steps are, first one, our question is, we have to mark root 6.3 on number line, right? So the first step is, draw a line AB of length 6.3 centimeter. That given number 6.3. So we can take, you have to take your scale and then draw that line AB of length 6.3 centimeter. Second step, extend AB 1 centimeter. Length of AB is 6.3. After that B, you have to extend that line AB to C. The distance between B to C is 1 centimeter. In all cases, you have to extend 1 centimeter. Here 6.3. Suppose if the number is 10.3, then also you have to extend 1 centimeter. Draw a line 10.3 centimeter and extend 1 centimeter. In all cases, you have to extend 1 centimeter. So third step, you have to find out the midpoint of AC. What is the length of AC? 6.3 plus 1, 7.3. Here you have to find out the midpoint of AC and mark it as O, which means the distance from O to C and O to A are equal. Now you can take your compass and draw a semicircle. To draw a circle means you have to know the radius. Here the radius is the length of OA or OC. Measure it, then draw a semicircle. O is the center, AC is the diameter. So you will get a semicircle. And the next step, After this, you have to draw a perpendicular from B to this arc or semicircle. Perpendicular means what? Angle between the lines are 90 degree. So draw a perpendicular line from B. And it touches our semicircle. So that joining point, mark it as D. So you will get another line BD, right? Here the length of line BD is root 6.3. So you will get the measurement of root 6.3. Now by using compass you can measure the length BD and draw an arc from D to our number line. So you'll get your value of root 6.3, or where is it in our number line. So 8 steps are there. So today we discussed about real numbers, rational numbers, irrational numbers, a representation of an irrational number in a number line, etc. So the first part is over. I think that you all understood today's class very well. So in the next class, we will discuss about the second part of this chapter, rationalization, laws of exponents, etc. Thank you all.